What is up, fam? You are looking live at your boy. Dark skinned, not offended. Clean shaven, no misbehaving. Why do I see exhaust fumes? That's how you know. What's the temp right now? Yeah, 58 right now. That's not what I want to see. So it is what it is. It is your boy. Oop. Yep. Hold on, I'm trying to get by here. And I see the trash people done let one of their garbage bags fall off the truck. And I'm just gonna drive around it and go about my business. Okay. Monday fun day. Yep, your boy is here, dark skinned and not offended, clean shaven, no misbehaving. Darth Vader's only son and Count Chocula's favorite nephew. It is he and I is him accounting time. And we are back at it on a Monday. Spring break is over. Florida rejoice. We ain't got to put up with your goofy ass kids. We're free. Yeah, and shout out first thing in the morning to my godson, Diego Godwin, who's now going into the United States Navy and has gone to become a new and improved man. He is going to see things that I never got the chance to see, and I hope he has a great time and enjoy the experience of being in the United States military and being a part of that Navy. That is going to be a beautiful thing. So, it is what it is. Kids, they grow up so fast. You just don't know what to do. So now, he'll be gone for a while, and by the time he get back, your main man accounting time, the Godfather, would have changed more ways than one to a point it's unrecognizable. Thank you for the like. I appreciate you checking in. Woo! That's some good cold stuff. Now it's time for me to go in and hit this grind and make it happen, Captain, as my little brother would say all the time. We got the last week of March. March Madness, as far as basketball, has been freaking-tacular, if you ask me. It has been great. What's up, little brother? My little brother checking in. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. But yeah, March Madness has been glorious this year. It's hard to keep up because you're always working. But man, watching the highlights on YouTube, holy cow. It has been some great games. But of course, the games could be good, but more zeros behind significant numbers on your check is always better. So now we got a new week, new stats. I was thinking about doing a whole new spreadsheet, and we keep track of everything for the rest of the year. And we track how much the money we brought in, how much are the expenses, how much did you save for this month, and do a whole correlation. I think that'll be dope because it's something that I had in mind, But as usual, it's that time. You got primaries coming up. I think is it tomorrow? Sometime this week. We got voting here in Florida. So you got voting coming up. You got your primaries coming up. You know, you got certain laws that's about to kick in is coming up. Then you got the biggest thing in Florida that everybody is looking forward to is the Senate hearing with the homestead tax bill, where Florida will be the first state to eliminate property taxes as long as your house is the primary house and you live in Florida. You're not gonna do this back and forth type thing and yeah, but I'm here only 6 months and all this other stuff. Nope, you gotta be here full time. So I know it's starting to be a ramp up in the real estate market, where I know a lot of people say they can't buy homes, but there's people that are buying homes and getting ready for this Senate hearing and see if this bill passed. And then that's going to be crazy, because then if Florida becomes the first state with no property taxes, the houses that's already here, the value of your house will go up double. So you will see a lot of people selling their house. So if your house is worth 3, the bill passes, and then January 1st it goes into effect, your house is now worth 6. That's just off the instant. So now you got a $500,000 house on your hands, and you probably like, you know what, I'm just getting by, or you've been prepared and you got those low mortgage rates during COVID. Yeah, you'd be like, you know what, I only been paying 2.5%, 3%, 4% at the most. My mortgage is low, but my property taxes are kicking my ass. But I do want some new scenery. And you'd be like, you know what, no, we can sell this house, buy the next house, or sell it and keep the money. Because that's going to be a thing that people are going to do. They're going to sell their house, pay off every last debt known to man, and go ahead and live on out from here on out. Maybe they'll go live in another state and buy a house, or they buy a house and rent it in another state. And then they just live here, or buy condos and all that other good shit. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see, you know. Whoa, look at my man over here. Oh boy. You know, when they rev their engines, you know how they are. They think they can push their way through traffic. Sure. Yeah, but of course your boy is here in the atmosphere. I hope my brother got some pizza, you know, because I got Domino's in the refrigerator. I got Hungry Howie's in the refrigerator. And of course, my wife's still not working today. She works tomorrow. I said, what kind of fucking spring break is this? Well, you got Monday off. You was home damn near 8 days. It's like, dude, go to work. Get out of here. No, I love the wife. Shout out to the queen of the castle, the missus herself, Miss Do and Don't Think. The love of my life. Yes, my wife just does shit. She don't even think about she just does shit. And I be wanting to strangle her ass. Look, my brother know. It's mind-boggling the shit that run through her head, and then she just does it. And I'll be like, what universe were you on? You know, my wife already woke up today a whole day early, because she know the wedding anniversary is Thursday. And she said, no, it's Wednesday. And I'm like, look at the calendar. I said, babe, I look at the calendar every day. I know what the day our anniversary is, because she was like, oh, 2 more days. And I'm looking at her like, 2 more days for what? And then she was like, seriously? And I'm like, what's in 2 days? And I'm like, how do you not know what day our anniversary is on? Like, how you not pay attention to the calendar? You know, because my wife's birthday was in February the 1st. Of course, she'll pay attention to February, but you ain't even paying attention in March. It's like, dude. But of course, this is what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But of course, I love her. She'll be all right. I'm going to go on about my day and get to work, do my job, and bring my ass to work again, and then I'll go home. Actually, no, I'll stop at home because I should be out today by 4:30, you know. But yeah, this is how this traffic is going to be tomorrow. My ass might be gone by 7, you know, because then I could get out at 3:30 or yeah, or get there at 7:30. Yeah, get off at about 3:30. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Then I have a quick minute to stop at the house to make sure my wife ain't doing some of her crazy shit that's gonna burn down my house or fuck up the apartment more, where I'll probably get a charge of this need to be fixed, this need to be fixed. By the time we get to our new place, I'm gonna be broke. So it's always good to come home and check on home before I go back to work. But usually, tomorrow probably won't be that day. Tomorrow I'll probably leave work and go straight to work, and we go ahead and get this grind going, and we go make this money. Because that's where it's at. You know, it's just like I said, in a 2-week period, I've already seen dramatic change. Because now, like I said, it'll be the credit cards this week, groceries this week, the car insurance, which of course we'll probably take care of. Probably take care of that next week. We might, but I want to take care of that this week because I want that 5-week month, that 5-week month check, and I want them all. I really don't want nothing going to bills. So that's why I'm pushing all this stuff now and still pay my bills with the credits that I have on them, so I could go ahead and build up that credit nest egg and use it when we get to the Christmas months, when we get to November and December and everything else. So it's going to be an interesting year. But of course, we always have to work out the kinks and the details and all that other stuff. And the kinks is always trying to get out of work as soon as you can, to get to work and get out of there as soon as you can, to get home, get your shower, get in the bed, get the well rest that you need, because you've been up 15 hours straight. And so instead of working on 4 hours sleep, no, I want to get 6 or 7, you know. And especially on my off day on Thursday, which of course that's going to be another day running with the missus, because our anniversary is on Thursday, and I ain't going to get no goddamn peace. You know, it's going to cut into my couch time. Yeah, I feel yeah, but we'll get it done, you know, because of course, yeah, my little brother been sitting up here at the farmer's market bringing home crates of strawberry. I'm like, shit, I don't even know if I buy the normal amount of groceries. I don't think shit'll fit in the refrigerator. You know, the refrigerator gonna be fat as hell. We might have to buy a new one. But no, that's the beautiful thing when you're budgeting and you saving your money, and all your money ain't going from the right hand to the left hand to go ahead and give it to your creditors. Oh, yeah. And that's the beautiful thing when it's free. That's great. Because I'm all for that free life. You know. But yeah, I want to be able to, you know, start doing my inventory count for the groceries and stuff. And I'm going to have to tell her, all right, you're going to have to take shit out of here, move shit around. Because we're going to have to fit all this stuff in the groceries, of course. But that's the most of it. That's the logistics. You know. I had another satisfied customer text me yesterday about the ride that I gave her Saturday night after work. And I told her, I said, that was cool. I said, I appreciate you paying 50, even though I only asked for 40. And then I said, my services will be available as long as I got time to do it, I'll do it. You know, as long as you ain't going nowhere 2 hours away and shit like that, that's 4 hours, that's less sleep for me. I'll be like, no, I'm gonna have to miss that money, you know. But yeah, I can appreciate it though. You know, so you always keep those revenues open. You know, whether it's the ride share, the food delivery, and I already do food delivery. I work for Domino's and Hungry Howie's. I do enough food delivery. But then, of course, I can see what people, when they come in and do DoorDash and we send out something that's DoorDash, we already see it. So I'm like, damn, that's a good tip. They gonna get that. Damn. You know, because if they order through us and we submit it for DoorDash, that tip, whether it's 10, 12, or 13, that stays 10, 12, or 13. Now, if you order through DoorDash, now DoorDash is letting these motherfuckers tip bait. They'll put $8, get it quicker, and then when the transaction is complete, you don't get no $8 tip, you get 4, or you'll get 3. And then ain't nobody gonna wanna do fucking DoorDash. And the only people that's gonna want to do DoorDash is the immigrants. And they'll do the DoorDash and they'll do all the shitty orders. I mean, I see it every day. You know, like, cause I think Domino's has Uber Eats, but I don't even think they use that anymore. Cause at my Domino's, I have not seen one Uber Eats order at all, not one. Now with Pizza Hut, Hungry Howie's, now I hear Papa John's is starting to trickle down and get rid of their drivers. Now some of the high performing stores that they'll do $3 or $4 grand on a dinner rush a night, yeah, they're not getting rid of their drivers because you got to get product out. And if the DoorDashers and shit ain't there to take it, guess what? That product is sit. And then people will get mad and then people will stop ordering from you. I mean, it is what it is, because Steve on the Rideshare Rodeo, he was talking about the illegal account where people getting their identity theft stolen. The immigrants is using their identity to work, Uber, Lyft, and everything else. Now they getting 1099 tax bills delivered to their house. And they be like, I ain't order all this shit. I never worked for anyone. But then guess what? My man done made 70 grand off of Uber. He done made 30 grand off of DoorDash and 20 grand off of Uber Eats. Like, dude, you over 100 grand. And you sitting up here getting the charge for it. And these illegal accounts. And Steve was saying there's a guy on TikTok be like, hey, if you need that I got an Instacart account, I got this, let's go. And I'm like, that's crazy. And they'll sell those accounts. I'm like, yeah, that's wild to me. Very, very wild. But of course, I don't say nothing. I just know I protect my identity as much as possible. I protect my debit cards. I got an RFID wallet. I don't have no regular wallet. Screw that. I don't want that shit. Because all these goddamn digital pickpockets. Because I'm telling you, all these spring breakers that's been down here, all they've been doing is scamming and getting arrested. Scamming and getting arrested. Like I saw on Twitter, the girl got an Airbnb in France, didn't know how to unlock the door, still had to pay the guy. She went and got a hotel and was trying to dispute that she couldn't get her Airbnb. And the guy said, you unlocked the door, you turned around and locked it. You locked it back. So she fucked herself over, but that's happening all around spring break. People credit cards getting digital pickpocket, motherfuckers getting into fights, people getting arrested for dumb shit. You got underage kids walking around with guns. You got old motherfuckers who are locals going to spring break trying to pick up hoes. I mean, then you got hoes like the ones in Houston fucking in the car with the windows down. I mean, it's just been mayhem for this spring break. The hell with the basketball being good, the real life shit has been atrocious. But this is what society has become. The degeneracy has been pumped and has been magnified as something good. Why you think baddies and shit are so fucking stupid? And then they making money in and out. Bitches talking about they a boss and everything else. Ain't ran a goddamn company to save they fucking ovaries if they got some that's left on top of all the abortions these bitches done got. You know, I give a fuck about them. You have no relevancy in my mind, in my life. You walking around here thinking you a boss means nothing. Because a lot of these chicks will look you dead in the face and tell you you broke, and they riding on rotors that's barely hanging on. It just be the nerve. It boggles my mind, but you know, hey, it is what it is. So, yep, it's back to the job, it's back to the grind. I got work to do today, and I can't wait to get started. Because I like being organized, and I like having shit in order on what I'm doing, how I'm going to do it, and prioritize each task that I got to do. Those are great. You know, those are the good days at work. You know, and then trying to keep things in order and reconcile accounts. Once you start reconciling accounts, it's easy to reconcile your finances a lot better, because now you see how the corporations do it and how they make millions and billions of dollars, millions a month, billions a year. You see how they making their money. You like, man, I could do this shit. What the hell? And then you'll literally start seeing how your money goes when you make it. And then once you start seeing where your money go, and you'll be like, yeah, I could give a fuck about having that Hulu account. You know, I got a burner account. I don't pay for none of this shit. I see a TV show, it shows up on my feed, great. What I try to do each night, watch an episode that I want to watch. I watch it in the shower as I'm shaving my head and stuff, because I know if I sit on the couch and try to watch it, I'll fall asleep on it. So I try to watch one episode of one show that I like each night, because I can't binge watch. And if I binge watch on the day that I'm off, which is Thursday, I'm going to fall asleep and I'm not going to binge anything. I'm just going to get up, get another shower, and go to bed and get ready for that Friday kick-ass, you know, because the money done came in on Thursday. So now it's like, all right, Friday, let's kick ass, because we going to make more money on the weekend We done made our money through the week. All right, let's knock out what bills or whatever we need to take care of, and then let's go ahead and close some other shit out. And then we keep it going. Like I said, by the time I get paid again, I haven't spent all my money. And then that money is gonna pile up on its own. That's the beauty of working like this. And everybody, you have every chance to get. I watch countless videos of people saying there's no jobs, but I'm running around with 3. And if it was up to me, I would have 4. And I am not playing. I would literally have 4 if it was up to me. All right. We have made it to the job. Woo-hoo. And I got parking right up front, right where I want to be. All right. We are here. All right. Thank you, my little brother, the Quan Room Studios, for checking in. What's that? Ranak, whatever you are. Thank you for checking in. All right, I'm at the job. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings and get your money and bounce. Boodalations 101. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.